Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Beta and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to get out of debt and simplify our financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Well, hi everyone and happy bonus content Wednesday. I realize that at this point we're like 1.5 weeks into the month of March, but today we are going to be doing my Etsy and YouTube cash stuffing from the month of February. For those of you who may not know, I have, if this is like your first time watching my channel, I have an Etsy shop where I sell the vast majority of the budget products that you'll see in this video and other videos of mine. And what my husband and I have chosen to do is to let that money build up throughout the month. And then we just stuff it once a month at the end of the month. How many times can I say month in like 30 seconds? And for the most part, Etsy serves as supplemental income for our budget. We have to pay taxes on it because it's untaxed. Both Etsy and YouTube are untaxed, both Etsy and YouTube are untaxed sources of income in our house. And so you have to kind of scrape the taxes off the top so that the IRS does not come after you when tax time is due. But then also we do put 10% of what we earn in Etsy and YouTube toward our debt. And then I throw a little bit of money back into my business with the Etsy pay, and I throw some money at, you'll see how we break it down. But I put money toward YouTube as well, and toward my P.O. box as well with my YouTube income. That was very rambly, but in case you were wondering kind of how we do that. But then everything else Etsy and YouTube does in our house is to just kind of buffer up fun funds. So my husband and I get spending money from this. We put some stuff toward dine out and family fun and those sorts of things. So this video would not be happening if it weren't for you. In some way, shape, or form, you support my channel. Whether you watch my videos, even if you skip the ads, the views kind of bolster my channel on the YouTube algorithm. If you don't skip the ads, I get a percentage of ad revenue money from that. And then, of course, if you purchase something from my shop, you are supporting my family as well. So thank you so much to all of you for supporting us here in the Simple household in some way. It does not go unnoticed. It does not go unappreciated. And even actually just this morning, Mr. Simple was brainstorming ideas for ways that we can give back to this community once we have paid our debt off. So we are so grateful to all of you for being here, for regularly interacting with us, making us laugh in the comments, saying sweet things that just make me smile in the comments, and Mr. Simple too. We're just so grateful for all of you. So thank you for being part of this here Simple Budget community. With all of that said, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the video. I do apologize for the jankiness of my manicure. Usually I do my manicure midweek. So I do it on Wednesday, and then you guys, it's updated by the time I film Friday's video. But it's Wednesday. So while you're watching this video, or while I'm uploading this video, I'm probably working on my manicure, but while I'm filming this, I'm not. So anyways, now we'll get into the stuffing. I'm going to go ahead, and I don't count the money on these videos, but if you are curious, we are stuffing $985 today. And that is the combination of the Etsy and YouTube pays. And actually the YouTube money is from January's revenue. So I am paid January's revenue in February, so that it's a month behind. But anyways, this is the combination of Etsy and YouTube minus the debt money, because that money doesn't ever get stuffed in any of my videos. We just apply that to our debt right away. And then what I am left with is what gets stuffed. So I always go in first to my business binder because I have to pay my business back. And first up is materials. Materials is empty. If you saw my last weekly check-in, I overspent from materials, but I knew I was going to be stuffing this. So I just subtracted what I overspent from what I was going to be stuffing this week. So I'm now going to be stuffing $68. And I don't do anything funky with these because there's no need to. Let me just double check that. 50, 65, 66, 67, 68. I'm pretty good on materials for a little while, so this one will get to build up. But I did replenish my stock of, what are they? Post-it pads. Here, I'll just show you. If you've never been in my Etsy shop before, I sell these little Post-it pads. These are teller slips. There's 50 in this little pad here. I just love these things, and my tellers love them. And anytime I have to pop into a new bank, actually today, I used a different bank to what I usually use. And the teller she laughed when I handed it to her. She was like, I've never seen something like this before. So it certainly made her job easy, that's for sure. But yeah, so I sell these for $5 in my shop. My shop is always listed in the description box below, so check it out if you are interested. But I had to replenish the stock of those, and that's a little bit of a pricey endeavor, so it just depleted my materials envelope, but that's fine. The first time I ever purchased the teller slips, I actually had to borrow from taxes, so this time I had all of the money that I needed in order to replenish the stock, so that was fun. I was kind of proud of that one. Next up is equipment. Equipment is going to be getting $82 today. So just a 50, 70. All right, we were just interrupted by my son, who, by the way, if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, my kids for the longest time had no idea that I had a YouTube channel. My son now knows. I'm not sure if my daughter does, but my son does now know. But even still, I'm like, can you please go outside while I film? Because I don't want to film with them in the house. I think I added 70 to this, but it needs 82. So let me grab another 10, 11, and 12. And now in equipment, we have 100, 200, 50, 300, 20, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 365 in equipment, which is really, really good. My big thing has always been, took me a while to get out. My big thing has always been making sure that I have enough in equipment to basically replace a printer. That is what makes me the most nervous. So not having the money here to replace the printer or getting the money here to replace the printer was my first push and goal. And so, yeah, so I'm very happy to have done that. I might actually, in my next bill condensing, move the 250 from here into, my high yield savings account, because being able to earn interest on this would be fantastic. So I think we might do that. Shipping supplies, however, I would never move over. This is just one that always gets spent from. It is getting $41 today. And I know I've said before, my numbers are odd because I grab a percentage, and people have asked to see, and I might do a budget with me style video. Actually, maybe I could do it. Okay. I think this is what I'll do. I will film little mini budget with me's so that maybe in the month of April, actually, not in March, because March is kind of funky for us anyway, because we're using my YouTube money in order to kind of plug the gap from my not being employed for a little while. If you're new to my channel, I have a part-time job, and I was unemployed for a short period of time. I've since gotten another job. I guess I haven't even told you guys about it. Yeah. So my first day was on Monday, and it went really well. I really like the environment. I like my manager, because it's my manager from my old job who I really loved. And it's busy, and I get to take lunch outside and bird watch. And so that was really fun. So there's a lot to learn. I mean, a lot to learn compared to my old job. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being in this new job, this new fun place to work. So anyways, why did I go off on that tangent? Yeah. So I think maybe what I'll do for the month of April is film mini budget with me's, every Monday. I get paid every Monday from Etsy, and we just keep that money in our account, and it kind of acts as like an additional buffer in our checking account until I pull and stuff it at the end of the month. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to film little mini budget with me's with you guys every Monday. Well, I'll film them on Monday. I'm going to have to decide kind of when I'm going to upload them. But they will be in addition to my normal content. I won't cut out other content in order to upload it, and they won't take very long either. So that's what I'll do so that you guys can see. And then by the time I actually get to my Etsy and YouTube stuffing in the month of April, you'll kind of have an idea for how we go about making the decisions that we make, and how we come to arrive at the percentages that we do as well. I think that's what I'll do. And then you guys will have a clearer picture on that. And then I can just kind of refer everybody back to those videos in the future, like if anybody has questions. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I've decided. Anyways, now in shipping supplies, I think I added the 41 into here. We have 50, 70, 90, 110, 111, 112, and $113 in shipping supplies. There we go. YouTube is up next. It's getting $35 this week, or this month rather. So 20, 30, and 5. And now in YouTube, I have 20, 40, 60, 75, 81. So $81 in YouTube. Oops. Oh, goodness. Canva is up next. It just gets $10 a month, just to make sure that I have enough money in there to pay for the pro membership that I have, the pro account that I have with Canva. So now in Canva, I have 50, 70, 80, 90. This one is due, I think, like at the beginning of June. And it's like $120 or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And Canva is the platform that I use to make all of my like envelope templates and dashboard templates and what else? Placeholders, that kind of stuff. My P.O. Box is, I was just reading the wrong line. I was like, wait, that's not normal. P.O. Box is getting $18 this month. So 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. And now in P.O. Box, I have 50, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90. Oops. And this one is renewed every 6 months. So I don't even remember actually when I opened it, but I'll find out when I get charged for it again. Oh, and that is it for business sinking funds. There we go. And then I will just go into, there's only one high priority sinking fund. Oh, that's low. There's only one high priority sinking fund that ever gets funded with my Etsy and YouTube stuffing, and that is taxes. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, both of them are untaxed income, and so you have to set aside money to pay the taxes out of the pay. And where'd it go? Oh, it's getting $294 which is soul crushing. And actually, somebody asked me in a recent video, she was like, what do you mean when you say taxation is theft? Hold on, let me do this. 50, 70, 90. Because I was 1, 2, 3, 4. I was trying to talk and count at the same time. Because I mentioned that I had a taxation is theft sticker on the back of my car. Short of being uber political on my account, which I don't want to do. Everybody has different political viewpoints, and you arrive at those based on life experience and worldview and all of those things. And I think that the world is divided enough, and we don't need to generate more reasons to disagree with one another. But basically, at the end of the day, I am very much a person who is volunteer oriented. So I don't like governments as a rule. I think that the power that is given to individual men and women by government structures and government entities is corrupted. I believe that the United States government is super corrupted. And I don't believe that stealing money from our paychecks without our consent, because we did not consent, is unethical. And it is a violation of my personal principles. I believe that it is a violation of the established principles that our government was founded on. And I would rather that we didn't have taxation. And so I've also been asked, well, then how do you get how do you get roads? How do you get bridges? How do you get schools? How do you get the public services that we have? And the short answer to that is you don't. By and large, I believe that the private sector would do a better job at providing those things anyway, because they are more directly accountable if they don't provide. For example, roads. I don't know where you guys live, but actually this is going to be a fun little derailment. The states that I have driven in that have the nicest roads are Delaware, actually. Delaware has some of the best roads that you'll ever drive on. They work on them all the time. All right, I was interrupted again. Anyways, I think I was saying that Delaware has the nicest roads I've ever driven on, and almost no tolls. This is what I don't understand. Every single time somebody tries to make an argument for roads to me, they're like, or taxes to me, they're like, but the roads. And I'm like, why am I charged taxes and tolls then? Because my taxes are supposed to pay for the roads, but I'm told, especially in Texas, goodness gracious, tolls everywhere. And the highest property taxes I think I've ever paid, except for maybe New York State. And so that's where there's a, like, I don't know, not like a misnomer, but there's a gap in the argument, because clearly my taxes are not paying for just the roads or just the schools. And don't even get me started on the fact that in the state of Texas, our high school football coaches make sometimes twice the salary of like our math teachers. So this is another problem that I have, is like far as like ethics, because you know what, some people are like, but the schools, and I'm like, right, and the schools are so weird with their priorities. Why is my high school football coach making $200,000 a year and the person who is teaching my daughter math makes $48,000 a year? Like, that just doesn't jive with me. And that's really the issue that I have too, is there's a huge disparity in what I value and what my next citizen values. And so I know that we're not all going to agree on what tax dollars should be spent on, but I think, I don't know, maybe we can start with our high school teachers or our math teachers making more than our football coaches, or roads actually being paved, and stop lining the pockets of administrators and politicians and lobbying groups, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so I realize, as also a pretty pragmatic person, that taxes probably have to exist in some capacity, but taxing my income is grossly unethical. If you want to tax, goods and services, I'm amenable to that, so long as the tax money is actually going toward roads, teachers, public parks, road cleanup, sidewalk cleanup, things like that. But, by and large, I don't believe in taxes. I don't believe in HOAs either. I think that if you want your community to look nice, you should make it look nice. And you shouldn't allow an entity to make rules over people for their own personal homes and yards, like the land that they own and the home that they own and things like that. So I'm pretty equal, like across the board as far as like my belief systems go. But when I was asked that, she was very polite about it. And she said, no shade, just how do you get these things? And largely, I don't believe in them. I think that, the private sector has brought us the iPhone. The private sector has brought us computers and these valuable tools that we use on a day-to-day basis. And I can only imagine if we just let that happen, what the private sector could come up with for, other goods and services like that. I recognize that, there's a lot of like push-pull with conversations like this, and I don't want this to become a platform for that, but I also don't want to get a question and not answer it, and it certainly would be a really lengthy one to type out. So I figured I would just explain my reasoning. And I'm not really even fully like going into as much detail as I would want to or could if we were sitting down over a cup of coffee or something like that. But that is at a very, very, very basic and fundamental level why I say that taxation is theft, because the government should not have access to my money before I do. It's mine. It's not society's. It's not the country's. It's not the state's. It's not my neighbor's. It's mine. It's my money. I earned it, and I should get to keep all of it because of that. So anyways, now in taxes, with that being said, I think we have $12.50 in the bank, and let's see if I can count this. So $12.50, $13.50, $14.50, $16.50, $1,700. Oh, I think I did that. 20, 40, 65, 66, 67, 68, and 69. So 1769, I'm pretty sure is what I just counted. If I am wrong, Mr. Simple will go back and correct me again at some point. And that's it. We do not stuff our high priority sinking funds with my Etsy and YouTube money. Again, because we treat this as supplemental income. So we buffer up things that are like fun things and not priority things. With the exception of, so in the month of March, we are using my YouTube money to fill that gap, like I mentioned earlier. But by and large, we like to treat this fun money as fun money things, even though we do pay some debt with it. And so to that end, we will go ahead and go into low priority sinking funds. There are a couple that we do have to go into here. Is Dine Out? Dine Out is not being stuffed with this one. Neither is Work Food. Dates is getting $65, which is very, very, very helpful at helping us achieve our goal for our next date night, which we're really looking forward to. So now in dates, we have a 100, 200, 50, 300, 10, 25, 30, 1, 2, and 3. So 333 in dates, which definitely, I think, puts us over what our goal amount was, maybe. So that's good news. His is being stuffed. This is my husband spending money. Like I mentioned, we do give ourselves spending money from this, just, because it's funsies. And it's getting 74. So 50, 70. Oh, just throwing money over here. 50, 70, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so now in my husband's spending money, he has 1,000 in the bank, 50, 70, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, and 2. So he has $1,102 in spending money. Goodness. Just slide some of this over here in mine. I am also getting $74. So 50, 70, whoops. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now in my spending money, I have 50, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. I think that's 200, 1 and 2. Is that what that is? Yep. So 202. That's my robot vacuum that is out of battery, evidently. So I'm gonna have to fix that after I'm done filming. Pretty Hair is being skipped. Family Fun is getting $20. Whoops. And now in Family Fun, we have 50, 70, 91. Whoops. House Project is getting 104. So 100, 1, 2, 3, 4. It feels like something is crawling on my forehead. No, it's just like flyaway hairs. So now in House Project, we have 500 in the bank, 6, 7, 50, 65, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 776, I think is what I just said. So that's nice. We really are going to be working on our office, and we'll kind of show you guys a little bit as well. So, oh, and that would be that for low priority sinking funds. And then we just have one holiday sinking fund to stuff here, and it is vacation. Whoops. We're not stuffing vacation as much from like our regular cash stuffings as I would like to if we didn't have debt. And so I've decided, especially until we go on vacation, to pretty heavily supplement this one. We have 2 different things that we're saving for right now. I have some family coming into town around Memorial Day, and so we're saving for that. And then in addition to that, me, Mr. Simple, and the kids are going to go on vacation maybe sometime in like June or July. So we're saving for that as well. So we have, I think it's 2750 in the bank, 2,750. I think, you know what? It's like I could count it. So yeah, 2,000. Why do I have this 500? Hey, you. Do you know how much we have in vacation in the bank?
27 something.
Okay, so I just accidentally had an extra $500 placeholder in here.
That's check.
All right. Well, right now I'm pretty sure. I think it's 2750. Oh, he just closed the door on me. He's done with me. So 2750, 2850. Oh man, 2950. 70, 80. 2980. Is that what I just said? Guys, you know I can't count. Oh, no, I didn't. I was supposed to add to 100. Yeah, this is getting $100. I swear this video is all over the place. Okay. Oh man, now I got to count again. Yeah, so 2750, 2850, 2950, 3000, 50, 70, 80. So 3080. That's wonderful. Very, very nice. So 3,080, and that is actually it. That's all we are stuffing today. Like I said, like these really just kind of supplement like our fun money, because we don't stuff them as much as I think we would like to do if we didn't have debt. Usually Dine Out gets a stuffing, but we overspent in that in the month of February. Yeah, we overspent in it in February, and so to compensate for that, I just didn't stuff it from this particular stuffing. That is how we do that. We've been asked that question before too, like, well, how do you deal with overspending in a category? We just don't stuff it the next week, or we stuff it less the next week. It just depends on, you know, what the plan was versus what we overspent. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. Anyways, thank you again so much for just your constant support here of me and my channel. And whether or not we happen to see eye to eye on taxes or government or politics or whatever, just doesn't matter. It really doesn't in the long run. You know, just eliminate those guys, and most people would probably get along with each other anyway. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here, and for again just supporting me, my channel, and very directly my family and our budget and our financial life and our financial health. So thank you for that. If you did enjoy today's video, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I know that, we discussed something political today. Please be kind to one another. I understand, again, that we don't all see eye to eye on these things, but I was interrupted again. I was going to say that I know that we may not all see eye to eye on politics or worldview things, but we do all have a common shared goal and view of financial freedom. And let's remember that, and let's, derive some joy from that, actually, that we can find a commonality despite our potential differences. So I hope that we focus on that in the comments instead of where we disagree or where we may not see eye to eye on something. Anyways, thanks again for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this bonus content, and I will be back with you on Friday for a regular old weekly check-in and hopefully a more tolerable manicure. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I look forward to being back here with you again. Bye, everyone.